Welcome to the Vitruvian Path. One of the reasons I created the Vitruvian Path is because for many years I felt people only saw one part of me. They'd say he's just a builder, then later, he's the guy that does martial arts. Neither of them things are wrong, but neither of them are the whole story. People didn't see what I was quietly learning, quietly researching, quietly growing. During the week I designed and built homes, and at weekends I trained in armour and ancient combat. Then I'd come home, pick up a guitar and write songs. And for years I kept that part hidden, not because I was ashamed of it, but because it didn't fit the box other people already placed me in. The interesting thing is, I don't think I'm unusual. I think most people are living the same experience. The engineer who secretly loves to dance, the accountant who paints beautiful landscapes, or the nurse who writes poetry, the stay-at-home mum who dreams of climbing mountains, or the business owner who spends weekends restoring old motorcycles, or the teacher who plays in a jazz band, the office worker who practices yoga. They're not pretending to be someone else, they're simply revealing another part of who they already are. Perhaps the real problem isn't we have different sides, perhaps it's that society prefers simple labels. It's easy to say, she's just a teacher, he's an engineer, she's a mother, he's just a builder. But people aren't labels, they are far more interesting than that. The Vitruvian Path gave me something I never had before: permission. Permission to stop trying to fit into one definition, permission to stop apologising for having different interests, permission to realise that strength, purpose and creativity don't compete with one another, they support one another. The armour didn't make me less creative, the music didn't make me less resilient, and my work didn't stop me exploring philosophy. In fact, each one made the others stronger. That's why I no longer see them as separate parts of my life. They're simply expressions of the same person. Different languages, the same values. Perhaps you experience this too. Perhaps people know you for one thing. While another part of you quietly waits in the background, the other part writes, builds, sings, explores, learns, creates. Maybe you never shared it because you thought people wouldn't understand. Maybe you were worried it didn't fit. And if so, I'd like to offer you one thing: permission. Permission to be more than one thing. Permission to explore without needing to explain yourself, and permission to stop asking, which version of me is the real one? Perhaps they're all real. Perhaps becoming the whole isn't about choosing one identity. Perhaps it's about allowing every authentic part of yourself to have its place. My earth happens to be armour, my human happens to be design, and my heaven happens to be music. Yours may look completely different, and that's exactly the point. The Vitruvian Path isn't asking you to walk my path, it's inviting you to discover your own.